Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, welcome back to the channel for more Destiny 2 news and intel. Today, once again, is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. XUR has returned, as well as Trials of Osiris, so I'll give you a rundown on those two things, as well as all the other farms, glitches, and cheeses that you can use heading into the weekend if you haven't had a chance to play very much this week. There are some great ones, because Festival of the Lost is in full swing. But to start off, XUR, over in his usual place, we have a little barrier festively placed to make them a little bit more spooky, if that's possible with XUR. And this Friday, he is selling the Polaris Lance Catalyst. Definitely a good pickup. This is great in in-game content like GMs, which have just also launched this week with the launch of Festival of the Lost for 2024. When this is in the Champions meta, which it is currently with Scout Rifles, it is absolutely insane, and the Catalyst only adds to it. So definitely pick this up if you don't have it. We have the Lord of Wolves Catalyst, the ultimate troll weapon, in my opinion, for PvP. If you've never used the Lord of Wolves, it's essentially a fusion rifle that functions as a shotgun. Haven't used it in a while, but it's still a good go-to for a lot of beginner players who haven't played a lot of the Crucible. We have an Aeon Swift for the Hunters with a 66 roll, not a terrible stat distribution, sort of even across the board. We have a Synthoceps for the Titan class with a 65 roll, a really good stat distribution in my opinion. Definitely pick these up if you don't have them. And then we have a 67 roll for the Apotheosis Veil for the Warlocks. Terrible stat distribution, mobility is completely wasted for the Warlocks, but a 67 roll, still a really high one. We also have exotic class items available again this week. Unfortunately, no Artifice armor like we had last week, but if you have completed the quest from Ava Levant in order to acquire exotic class items through the Festival of the Lost, you can now farm exotic class items from XUR. So all you need is strange coins, and you can farm as many as you want, so long as you have enough strange coins to buy them. So farming for exotic class items this week is probably as easy as it's ever been since they were released. We also have the XUR Xurfboard. No, I do not. Sorry, I do have enough strange coins to pick it up. I will buy this eventually, but you know, while it's here, I want to make sure that everybody remembers that it's still here. So that's the only reason why I have not actually purchased this particular skimmer yet. Don't worry, I will buy it. Over on our next page, we have the exotic cipher. So remember, if you're trying to convert any piece of exotic armor into essentially an Artifice piece of armor, you're going to need an exotic cipher, and we have the exotic cipher quest available on our second page. You can also pick up an exotic cipher from resetting XUR's rank. Over on our more strange offers page, we have Ascendant Shards for 71 strange coins. You get 2 Ascendant Shards. We have Enhancement Cores, 7 Enhancement Cores for 7 strange coins. We have 13 Enhancement Cores for 23 strange coins. Amongst these two, definitely only buy the 7. Never spend that much for Enhancement Cores. We have Glimmer for 5 strange coins. You can get 22,000 Glimmer. Great deal. We have 50,000 Glimmer for 7 strange coins, even a better deal, so always pick up Glimmer. I always remember to pick up some Glimmer from XUR. Really is the best Glimmer farm. And then we have Gambit Engrams this week. 23 strange coins will get you 3 Gambit Engrams. You can also use your strange gift offering if you need to spend a few single strange coins at XUR, just to maybe have a chance to get the Favor of the Nine buff, which is going to be a huge thing, as I said, this week, as I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who are able to farm exotic class items for the very first time from XUR, so make sure that you have your Favor of the Nine buff active. But you can also get things like raid banners and stuff from strange gifts, so it's never a bad way to spend 1 strange coin. Over on our strange gear offers page, the real meat and potatoes of XUR, we have a Hawkmoon with Rangefinder and Smooth Grip. We have the Huckleberry We have a Graviton Lance, definitely a pickup, and this has got a huge buff, so not only is it great for all endgame PvE builds, but it is amazing right now in the Crucible. So definitely pick up the Graviton Lance if you don't have it. And then we have a Darcy. Probably skip on this. An interesting weapon, but other than being able to read the total health of a boss without actually starting an encounter, so if you're somebody who likes to glitch certain boss encounters, there's really not a need for the Darcy at the moment. For legendary weapons, we have a Whispering Slab with Quick Draw and Sympathetic Arsenal. We have Until It Returns, Shotgun with Autoloading Holster, Surrounded, and Unsalted Hanger. I hope that's the name of that perk. This is a deep set activation weapon, and I believe this is the first time I have seen this, Strand Shotgun being sold from XUR. So kind of a unique weapon, or at least it's been a while since the last time it was sold. We have a Grid Skipper with Heating Up and Multi-Kill Clip. This is a great weapon for PvP. We have a Persuader with Keep Away, Moving Target, and Vanguard's Vindication. We have a Falling Guillotine with Enduring Guard, Tireless Blade, and Whirlwind Blade. Let's just see really quick. Yep, that's it. We have a Memory Interdict with Pulse Monitor and Elemental Capacitor. And we have, for the Warlocks, an Eternity's Edge with Infinite Guard, Thresh, and Flash Counter. For legendary armor, decent across the board, I think, for all three classes. I would say that the Warlocks actually seem to have a couple of standout pieces with the helmet, the boots, and the chest piece. I would pick all three of these up if you're fairly new to the game. If you're looking for just a really high stat piece of armor, these will all do you well. And that is going to be it for all the information regarding XUR today. We're going to now make our way over to Saint 14 for this week's Trials loot, as well as the Trials map information. This week's Trials map is Evertide Ruin, so far as I know, unless it's changed or rotating, but I believe Bungie had stated that it was going to be Evertide Ruin. As we head over there, I just want to stop quickly at Banshee 44. Quickly run through his loot. We have a Regent. We have a Disparity. It's not a bad Disparity with Headstone and Ambush. I have the Storm. We have an Imperative. We have an Imperial Decree, and we have a Pizzato 22. I know I said that completely incorrectly, but you can let me know how to say it correctly in the comments section down below. It'll give you another entry into the next giveaway on this YouTube channel for this video. Remember, we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And when and if we reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away an Xbox or PlayStation or a video card if you play on PC. As I said, Eva Levant is here. Not going anywhere, at least for the next few weeks. Exotic class items are available. And if you are looking for the easiest way to farm out candy in order to farm the most exotic class items possible, maybe you've acquired them already, and maybe now you're making your way over to the XUR farm. But if you're still trying to get exotic class items the easiest way in order to farm candy, and there are many ways that you can farm candy, but the easiest way, I would say this week, a completely passive farm for candy, is to make your way over to the In the Deep mission. Now, if you're interested in knowing more about the best Festival of the Lost farms for candy, manifested pages, all of that, you can check out my last video. I cover all of these things in a bit more detail. But the In the Deep mission, if you know how to farm it correctly, just revolves around you going to the very end of the mission, doing a few little things, and you can infinitely farm this for candy, because you'll have very easy enemies. As I said, you can do it completely passively, in quotations, passively. It's one of the few farms left like this in the game, so make use of it this week as it is on rotation. As I said, we also have GM Nightfall's launch this week. I believe the strike is the Light Blade, and this week's featured adept weapon is, if I'm not mistaken, the glaive, the rake angle. I believe this is a new weapon, or hasn't been sold in a while. I believe this is a new stasis glaive, so check it out. Might be worth it. I'm sure there's some good rolls that you can get on this, and you know, just with the current meta, stasis being heavily favored through our mods for the season, I'm sure it's worth it. Probably more worth it than other glaives have been in previous seasons. So now we'll make our way over to Saint 14, and then I'll have one little extra farm for you if you're looking for the best way to farm out Artifice armor, to farm out candy, to farm out manifested pages. This is sort of the best farm that existed currently in the game for solo players that got a bit of a bump when Festival of the Lost arrived, as it now sort of doubles for Festival of the Lost farming. Wait around until just after Saint 14, but we have the Tomorrow's Answer for the Adept weapon, the new rocket launcher available, and this can roll with Envious Assassin and Bait and Switch, so this is a very good PvE weapon. It's unfortunate that probably one of the better PvE rocket launchers new to the game is sort of locked behind the PvP wall of Trials of Osiris, which I'm sure deters most people. But remember, you can get free Trials loot from going over to Twitch and doing the viewer bounties. If you'd like to know more about that, let me know in the comments section down below. Remember, at rank 10, you can get the yesterday's question, and at rank 16, you can get a Tomorrow's Answer with Envious Arsenal and Cluster Bomb. So not a bad roll on that either. This is actually a really good hand cannon, especially for this season. And there was a glitch, remember also, that if you hadn't turned in your rank rewards, I believe from last season, you were able to acquire them instantly. But I don't know if that's still working. It was certainly available at the launch of this season, but I think it's been patched since then. Now, if you're looking for the absolute best solo farm that you can be doing in the game currently, you're going to want to make your way over to Europa. This is for Festival of the Lost, as well as just for normal farming, and you're going to want to queue up the Vespers host on Master. That's because if you've watched any of my previous videos on how to glitch through this particular dungeon as a solo player, you'd know that you can get free loot from the first encounter, completely solo. Doesn't involve doing the ball duplication glitch, doesn't even really involve doing that encounter. You can simply bypass the first encounter and get the loot from it by glitching out of the map and doing a couple of other things, which I detail in my previous videos, which will be linked in the top right corner or at the end of this channel. But the added bonus now is once you complete that first encounter, not only do you get a ton of candy, you will also get manifested pages. And I believe you get 5 manifested pages from completing this on Master. So it's very easy to do. You get a lot of candy because there are enemies that you do kill, but the enemies that you kill are actually not even attacking you at the time. Because of the nature of the glitch that we do, a lot of the enemies just don't even know that you're there. So you can just sort of take care of them at your leisure and get candy from them. Some of them will, but they're easy. So easy mobs to kill for candy, as well as easy manifested pages, as well as Artifice armor. So do this farm before Bungie patches it. Just do it. It's the best farm you could be doing in the game as a solo player right now. It's very easy. Check out my previous videos if you want to know more about it. And that is going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Remember, this week's Trials map is Evertide Ruin. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, either of those things or any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this channel, and we do one every 1,000 subscribers. As I said before, when and if we reach 100,000 subscribers on the channel, we'll be giving away an Xbox or a PlayStation or a video card if you play on PC. Today was also, I believe, the launch of Destiny Rising, the mobile game. I don't know if I'm going to be playing that, but let me know if you are playing it in the comments section down below. I'll give you another entry into the next giveaway for this video. You can also, if you've watched till this point, leave a hashtag Xur or a hashtag Final Shape. or the final shape, or a hashtag Destiny Rising in the comments section for another entry into the next giveaway. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Farm out those exotic class items as much as you can. And as always, I am Wilhelm Scream. We will see you next time.